Hello. Welcome to my channel, Crown Legacy. Today we will know about the last king of Rwanda. He ruled for 2 years. He never abdicated. And yet, he spent the rest of his life without a throne. This is the story of King Kigeli V, the last king of Rwanda, a monarch exiled, but never forgotten. Jean-Baptiste Ndahinderwa was born in 1936, in the small Rwandan kingdom still under Belgian colonial rule. He came from the royal family of the Nyaginya dynasty, which had ruled Rwanda for centuries. Raised in tradition and trained in diplomacy, he wasn't supposed to become king, until crisis changed everything. In 1959, after the death of King Mutara III, Rwanda needed a new ruler. At just 23 years old, Jean-Baptiste was selected by the Royal Council and crowned as King Kigeli V, but his coronation came at the edge of a storm. Tensions between the Tutsi monarchy and the Hutu majority were exploding. The Belgians, fearing instability, began supporting political reforms favoring Hutu parties. In late 1959, a violent revolution erupted. Villages burned. Thousands fled. The monarchy became a target. Belgium stripped Kigeli's authority. And in 1961, while he was away visiting the UN in Congo, Rwanda new leaders abolished the monarchy. Kigeli V was banned from returning. He was now a king without a kingdom. For years, Kigeli V lived in Uganda, Kenya, and eventually settled in the United States. In Washington, D.C., he lived humbly, issuing statements, working with refugee communities, and speaking of peace for Rwanda. He never married, had no children, and never abdicated his title. He insisted, "I am still the king, even in exile." As Rwanda spiraled into genocide in 1994, Kigeli V watched from afar, heartbroken. He condemned the violence and urged unity, but never gained political traction to return. The government of post-genocide Rwanda, under Paul Kagame, made it clear, the monarchy would not be restored. And yet, Kigeli never stopped calling for reconciliation and peace. In October 2016, Kigeli V died in the US at the age of 80. His death sparked controversy over where he should be buried, in Rwanda, as he had wished, or abroad. Eventually, his body was returned to Rwanda for burial. But there was no state funeral, no national day of mourning, and no royal successor. He was the last monarch of Rwanda. Kigeli V is remembered for his dignity in exile, his commitment to peace, and his refusal to abandon his crown, even when the world turned away. He was a symbol of a lost era, a king who held no throne, yet never let go of his people. He lived without a palace, but carried his crown with honor. Kigeli V was the last king of Rwanda. And this was how a monarchy ended in silence. For more stories of lost thrones, royal betrayals, and kings' history forgot, subscribe to Crown Legacy, where kings live on through stories.